Hey everybody, Broncos Gaming World here, back with some more of our Lord of the Rings Living Card Game Saga campaign. This week we are heading to Isengard on the road to Isengard, and we're looking to take down Saruman and kick him out of the Tower of Orthanc and whip his ass with the pile of Ents. Right here, we're looking at the deck I'm going to run today, which is a mostly your standard kind of Ent deck. I did a little bit of things that I found working for me that were helpful, so I kind of put some of those cards in there. This definitely is taking a lot of inspiration from your kind of standard Ent deck builds, as well as the deck ran by Chris over at Cardboard of the Ring. So I thank those guys for the amount of work and effort they put in to help give me some inspiration for what I put together for my quest here. So we're running Aragorn, Fellowship Aragorn. So he's a 2/3/2 Dunedain Noble Ranger. Then you get to spend 2 resources and ready a hero. Tactics Mary, a 2/0/1/2, but he gets +1 attack for each hobbit you control, so he's basically a 2/2/1/2 hobbitses. And then if he participates in an attack that kills somebody, he can ready another character from that attack. Running Lore Pip, he's a 2/1/1/2 hobbitses, and he gets to increase the engagement cost of enemies in the staging area for each hobbit we control. And if I do engage somebody with a higher threat, I get to draw a card. And then we got Treebeard, the hero. Treebeard, he's a 2/3/3/5 Ent. He can't have restricted attachments, so I can't put anything crazy on him like shields or armor or anything. And then I can deal damage to him, and he gets +1 willpower and +1 attack until the end of the phase, and I can do that up to 5 times, so he could really knife himself if we really need it. Then we're running kind of your standard blob of Ents here. I'm not running Beachbone or Skinbark. They're unique, and I don't think that they're 100% necessary. Not that they're bad cards. I said I just haven't seen a necessity to run them. So we are running the Booming Ent, who is broken, and hopefully we'll get to see that. We got Durndingle, and he's going to be the defense matrix for us today. Leaflock, hopefully, if he does show up, he will be a hard quester for us. Quick Beam's one of the rare Ents that can ready as soon as you play him. Wandering Ent is just a solid ally altogether. And Willing Help Preserver is hopefully going to be able to help heal our Ents a little bit. Then we're running Athlos to get rid of some condition attachments, especially the Voice of Saruman. He's awful. That attachment's terrible. And healing Dagger Westerness just to give the hobbits some strength. Ent Draft, boost our Ent's hit points. Fast Hitch for some readying advantage for the hobbits. I'm not sure if I need that or not. It'd probably be something I would swap out. Scroll of Isildur. One of the big problems I've encountered with this quest in general is that your threat spikes, and it spikes fast. And I'm hoping to be able to maybe use the Scroll of Isildur to give us a 4th use of Woodman's Clearing. Secret Vigil, one of the ways I'm going to attempt to deal with the threat in this, or the threat spike. Self-preservation to try to heal the Durndingle and Treebeard. Song of Battle and Song of Kings. Song of Kings out there to try to get us the sword that was broken. Sword that's broken, if I get it out at the right time, boosts our willpower enough to where we can just roll. Steward is obviously there for resource generation. Woodman's Clearing. When attached locations leave play, they reduce threat by 3. That's part of our reduction of threat. Boomed and Trumpeted as our part of our Ent card loadout that we can go fetch with Entmoot. Because Entmoot says any number of Ent cards. Entmoot can get Entmoot. Entmoot can get Boomed and Trumpeted, and other Ent characters as well. So, Aeron's Runes to draw cards. Drinking Song to cycle our hand if we need to. Entmoot to go find Ents. Dam Bursts, because we have an Ent and a Hobbit. It allows each damaged Ent character to be ready, and trust me, there will be damage on Ent characters in this game. So that's kind of what we're running. We're hoping that it goes smoothly. This quest is an absolute pain in the ass. And it's even more of a pain in the ass because at Helm's Deep I had to take Poison Councils. I had to. The Poison Councils is up here, and I'm representing that on Octagon here with Grima Wormtongue, because he's the card back for Poison Councils here is the wrong card back. It is the enemy card back. And I need a card back that is a character or player character card back like Grima, so he's going to go into my deck here. As soon as I mulligan my hand, so I need to look at what I have here. I'm actually good with my opening hand. I've got the Woodman's Clearing, which is good. I've got a Song of Kings, which is good. A Self-Preservation, and an Entmoot. Yeah, we're good. I'm going to keep that hand. So I will shuffle Grima into my deck, so that if I draw Grima, that will be Poison Councils, and Poison Councils will cause me to discard my hand. If Poison Council shows up at the wrong time in this quest, it can outright make me lose the game. So we're going to hope that if we are to see it, that it will come early. Okay, so the weird mechanics of this quest, we've got a bunch of cards set aside off to the side here, and then we're going to let's go ahead and read some flavor text here for this quest. Let's go ahead and get that going here. We've got the Treason of Saruman here. Bring that up on screen for you guys. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Anyways, I was going to bring that up, but I cannot find it in my window. All right, so anyways, we have the Road to Isengard. It says the brave men of Rohan paid a high price at the Battle of Helm's Deep, but with the aid of Gandalf and Aragorn, the warriors of Theoden won a great victory over the forces of Isengard. The army of Saruman was utterly defeated, and it was time to deal. I just lost my place. It was time to deal with the treacherous wizard himself. So it was that Gandalf led Aragorn, Theoden, and the riders of his house to Isengard to parley with Saruman. Believing Isengard to be beyond the strength of his enemies to assault, Saruman had committed nearly all of his forces to the attack on Rohan. Yet there was an ancient power that the wizard had failed to account for in his schemes. The trees of Fangorn Forest had suffered much from the axes of Isengard orcs, and the slow burning anger of the Ents was almost ready to explode. The coming of Aragorn's lost companions to Fangorn Forest with news of Saruman's treachery was just the spark the Ents needed to rouse them from their inaction. After hearing about Saruman's part in the great events unfolding in the world around them, the leader of the Ents, Treebeard, called an Entmoot to urge his compatriots to war. In their anger, the Ents had the strength to tear down the walls of Isengard and destroy Saruman's war machines. Still, Saruman was a cunning wizard. Even when caught off guard, he had many dangerous powers at his command, especially his voice, which could daunt all but the most strong-willed individuals. All of these dangers would have to be faced if the treason of Isengard was to be thwarted. All right, so this quest here has a special keyword effect, which is wizardry. And wizardry is a timing trigger in the Road to Isengard scenario that represents the various spells and machinations that Saruman used to defend Isengard from an attack. When a location with the wizardry trigger leaves play as an explored location, we would trigger its wizardry effect, even if it's not the active location. So no matter what, it triggers the that effect. So there we go. And let's go ahead and bring up the game table here. So there we are. There's the game table. Here's our opening hand. I'm happy with our opening hand, so we're going to keep that. All right, and we will advance to stage 1B. Actually, hold on. Let's read. Get jumping ahead of myself. So the Road to Isengard says shuffle Saruman's voice into the encounter deck and remove each burden card with those burden icons. We have done so. I've also shuffled in Ill Fate and I can't remember the other one, but it's garbagey, bad, terrible. It's shuffled into the deck. The Saruman's army has been defeated at Helm's Deep, but the wizard's fortress is beyond Rohan's power to capture. However, the Ents of Fangorn have also suffered great injury because of Saruman and his orcs. They have the strength to break Isengard, but only if they can be roused to attack. So we set the Gates of Isengard, Orthanc, Saruman, and Saruman's staff aside out of play, and we have each copy of Ents of Fangorn in the stage area and shuffle the encounter deck. So we will go shuffle the encounter deck real quick. I have my awful cards in here. So yeah, Ill Fate, and what's the other one? Shadows of something. Shadow of Fear, I think. So we'll shuffle these up here, and then we will reveal 1B. 1B says players cannot draw cards or gain resources. We do not commit characters to the quest or reveal encounter cards during the quest phase. So that's good. No problem there. At the end of the round, place one resource here. Then the players may advance to stage 2. If the players advance, the first player shuffles the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck and reveals one encounter card for each resource here. Then remove each objective from the staging area from the game. So the Ents up here have a effect when they're in the staging area. As while the Ent of Fangorn is in the staging area, it gains quest action, exhaust a hero you control to discard the top card of the encounter deck. If that hero's willpower is greater, keyword there is greater, then the discarded card's threat, place one resource here. If there are 3 resources here, discard them to take control of an Ent of Fangorn. Any player may trigger this effect. So I am the only player. So we ideally want to try to get 2 of these guys. Actually, I want to get 2 of these guys, so I will do pretty much whatever it takes to get 2 of these guys. Because if I only have 1, I'm not going to have enough fuel to get it done. So we don't draw cards. We don't generate resources. We don't do anything. It does not mean that I cannot play cards. I can play cards. Any cards that cost 0 resources, as long as I have a resource match, I can play them. But I don't see the point, so I'm not going to. Like I could Entmoot, like I have Entmoot. I could Entmoot because I add those cards to my hand. I am not drawing cards, so I could technically do that, but I'm not going to. All right, so we are going to skip to the quest phase. We are not committing characters to the quest. We are committing characters to negotiate with the Ents of Fangorn to come join our rank. So Merry will exhaust with his willpower of 2, and the results of that are yes, we will get 1 resource. Pip will negotiate and get another one. That's good news for us. Aragorn, his willpower 2. No. And Treebeard. So Treebeard can damage himself to give him an additional willpower and attack. So I will do that to give him a 3. So with that shit. Okay, so no, we don't get it. On the first turn, we don't get it. All right, so those cards go to the discard. We will ready our characters. My threat will go up. I will increase my threat per thing at the end once I'm done here. So that was the end of that turn. We increase our threat by 1. I will do that. We increase our threat by 1. And now we're back at it again. I need to get 2 of these guys. So Merry, discard a card. Yes, so we do get this guy. And now we need to get super lucky and get all 3 of these guys right now. We need to hit all 3 of them. All right, so Pip. His card discarded. Yes. Aragorn. Card discarded. Yes. And I will damage Treebeard a second time and hope that we don't pull a 4. Yes. All right, so we got them. All right, so we got them both. Good, perfect. And it only took us 2 turns. So at the end of the turn here, we will put 1 there. These cards will get shuffled into the encounter deck. These cards get shuffled in the encounter deck. And now we will, at the end of the turn, we are going to advance. So we will reveal an encounter card for each resource here. So shuffle these up. And these guys go bye-bye. They're going to go off there. And our first encounter card revealed is a Lieutenant of Orthanc. That hurts because he's a lot of threat. And our second card revealed is Ill Fate, attached to a hero we control. After a character you control is destroyed, raise your threat by 2. We'll put that on Aragorn. And that sucks. Don't like that either. Okay, so that is the setup for 1B, we advance to stage 2A. 2A says, breaking into Isengard. It says to Isengard, through Isengard, be ringed and barred with doors of stone. Though Isengard be strong and hard, as cold as stone and bare as bone, we go to war, to hew the stone and break the door, for bowl and bro are burning now, and furnace roars, we go to war. That's the Ents war song as they are marching off to war. It says, make the gates of Isengard the active location. No problem. Bang. Add Saruman and Orthanc to staging area. All right, so here comes Orthanc. There. And Saruman. There. Up here we also have Overcome by Grief still, which there's a reasonable shot that may actually happen. And now we will flip to breaking Isengard. Stage 2B, it says the power of Saruman must be broken and the fortress of Isengard destroyed. So we cannot travel to Orthanc, no problem. It says forced after a non-unique location as explorers place 1 damage here. Then if there are 5 damage tokens here, advance to stage 3A. So every time we explore a non-unique location, we're going to put a damage here representing the Ents busting through the gates and walls of Isengard. As a quest action, the Ent of exhaust Ent of Fangorn. Place 2 progress on non-unique locations, so we can exhaust these guys to put 2 progress on non-unique locations, representing them tearing apart Isengard. So that is the end of the round, so we will ready for the next round, which is technically the first round that we get to do anything. Our threat is 27. We did not draw Poison Councils, so we are in a good spot to get the ball rolling. Because there is such a huge threat of having things like Grima show up here, Poison Council. So I'm going to try to play as many cards as I possibly can. I will play a 1 from Aragorn to put an Athlos on Pip. Or not Athlos on Pip, to put a Song of Kings on Pip. I will Entmoot. Entmoot lets me look at the top 5 cards for any Ent cards and add them to my hand. Any Ent card, so I could get like Ent Draft or Boom and Trumpeted or anything like that. So there's Boom and Trumpeted, so we'll put Boom and Trumpeted in our hand. And there's a Durndingle. And look at what the next card was going to be. Right there would have been Poison Councils. That would have been really, really bad for us. So we will luckily shuffle that away into the 50 card deck that we have. We'll shuffle. All right. Again, with the threat of Poison Councils lingering out in the world, I'm going to play every card I possibly can here. I will spend 1 resource from Pip to put the Athlos onto Aragorn so that I do at least have some way to heal some guys. And that is probably going to be all we can play right now because everything else is tactics and Song of Battle. Probably not super necessary right now. So we'll discard that to the discard pile. All right, and we're looking at 9 threat here. 4, 6, 9. That's bad. Like real bad to start. This is a quest where you don't want to actually quest successfully because no amount of progress gets you through. The only way to get through is to get rid of non-unique locations. And I didn't draw one in the cards that I drew initially. So we're going to have to just kind of trudge through here. So initially here, we're going to quest for 8. So we're already inherently going to be down by 1. I think that's as good as I can do. I want to keep these both up because if there is a location that comes up, I can get rid of it still. So the encounter card coming in hot is a Treachery, Machinations of Isengard. Trigger the wizardry effect on the active location. There is not one, so it will surge into a new card. Into Snaga. That's an orc. He says, when revealed, discard a random card from your hand, and he gets plus threat until the end of the round, where X is the discarded card's printed cost. That could be really terrible for us. Start random. Fuck. Okay. It doesn't get any extra, but it took my Woodman's Clearing, which is awful. All right, so they have 10. So we lose by 2. We'll bump our threat by 2. All right. Combat phase. We can't travel because we lost, and we're still in active location. Combat phase. Archery 1. We'll throw that archery 1 onto an Antithangorn. I kind of want to. Yeah. All right. So we'll drag him in, and he will get a shadow card. This Antithangorn will defend that for 3. So he hits for 3 plus the shadow effect. There isn't one. The wizardry only counts for Saruman. So it bounces, and then this guy will hit him for 4, which is enough to kill him. So it goes away. Start him. That's the end of the turn. That's the thing, is like I can take a little bit of time. Can't take a lot of time. Because there's just so many things that bump our threat, or that it can just get out of hand really fast. All right, so the top of our turn, our landing phase here, we're going to call out the Dirndingle. So he's going to come out, and he comes out tired. And I am going to spend 3 resources, and I will put a self-preservation on the Dirndingle. Because he is literally going to be our defense guy. So he's going to be taking some damage and needing to heal. And that is going to be the only thing I play, because all the rest of my resources are gone. We'll keep Aragorn where he is. And I'm going to commit to the quest. So we off to quest phase, committing the quest. 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 9 in there still, so we are again inherently losing by 1, which I do not like, but I just don't have the resources to do anything about it. We will reveal encounter card. Encounter card says Plains of Isengard. Man, this quest is such a bitch. Really pisses me off. Alright, so Plains of Isengard is only 1 threat. While the Plain of Isengard is in the staging area, archer damage must be assigned to allies if able. The really kicker is each player discards an ally he controls, which would force me to discard either an Antithangorn or a Dirndingle. Not happening. I'm not getting rid of either one of them. So we are going to choose to lose by 2 again. So threat of 10, we will lose by 2. Now, I could pull the Lieutenant of Orthanc out and defend here. Probably going to. And then hit him back for 1, and then next turn kill him. Just the fact that we're looking at 10 in the staging area is a tough pill to swallow. In hindsight, I probably should have put the Wandering Ent out instead of self-pres. That was a mistake on my part. And this quest has, low margin for error, like way low margin for error. So making mistakes is just going to kill you. But, okay. It also would give me an Ent to just discard, which I hate to do it, but... And... Man. Let's go ahead and we'll get him. We're gonna optionally pull him. So he's gonna get a shadow card. We'll defend it with a full health guy here. No, nothing on that. So he will take a damage, and then we will fight back for 4. Can't ready anybody else, so we will just hit for 4, doing a point of damage to him. We'll discard the shadow effects. So that worked out okay. That worked out as good as I could have asked for. All right, so we proceed to the next round. Ready, everybody? Another boomed and trumpeted. I could have theoretically played boomed and trumpeted there. No, I didn't have the resource for it. Okay, so here we go. I will spend these 2 resources here to put a booming ent out. That way I do have a guy I can discard. And he comes out sleepy. All right. So we're facing 7. Here, so 2, 4, 6, 6, and we can get rid of this one for sure. And hope that anything else that comes up is not going to be too bad. So 2, 4, 6. So we're inherently again down by 1. I don't like it, but under questing by 1, nothing I can do. Bang. We've got assign X blast a sorcery, assign X damage among characters committed to the quest, where X is 1 more than the number of players in the game, so 2. So Aragorn's going to take those because I don't want to kill the hobbitses. 2. And discard that. So we will only lose by 1. It's fine. Can live with that. Combat phase. Actually, before we do that, I will have 3. Turn jingle. He can only ready a hero, right? Ready a hero. Dingle can boom and trumpeted though, but I want the booming it out. All right, so we're going to get rid of this guy. So we put a damage there. See, we've gotten so far, and I've literally the first freaking location. So that will cause him to get discarded. It says discard. Not say destroy, because destroying him would cause all sorts of things to happen. Discards an ally he controls. So Wandering Ant literally just wandered off. Yeah, if I had to destroy him, I would get hit with ill fate and overcome by grief, and those we don't. None of that is good. All right, so those are gone. Sterndingle will damage himself to defend for 5 against this guy. Add a shadow. So he could attack for. I'm checking real quick. Attack for 3. He would attack for 4. Would be 7. So I would have to damage him an additional time to kill him. I think that's okay. So as soon as I do that, I will play Boomed and Trumpeted on Darndingle. Allow him to ready. So he's still defending because he exhausted to defend. So he's going to get hit for 4. No wizardry or no shadow. So he bounces that attack. Here. Discard that. Treebeard will damage himself to give him +1 attack. So he attacks for 4. Darndingle attacks for 1, 2, 3, 4 for 8. Total 8. Actually, I don't need to damage Treebeard, so we won't damage Treebeard. 7 will do the job because 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 damage kills him because he already has 1 on him. So he dies. Die. Die, daddy, die. And that is the end of the turn. So we are ready to refresh. Really need the machine to start running a little bit. We've got it down to 6. All right. Aragorn will Aragorn will spend one of his resources to play Song of Battle on himself. And then Merry and Aragorn will play the Booming Ent. The Booming Ent, he doesn't have any willpower, but he has a 2 attack, and then he gets +1 attack for each damaged Ent character you control. And he comes in tired, so he is still tired. But he's going to come in and he's going to be at +1, 2, 3, 4 attack. So he's right now sitting at attack of 6, which we like. All right. If I really need it, I could have I could hit the dam bursts and ready all of my Ent characters. So that might be something that we do. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so we're going to commit to the quest. We're down. They've got 6. We've got 0, 2, 4, 6. That leaves us even. Because I've got the dam bursts, I may actually quest a little harder here. 2, 4, 6. Oh, and I would have self-preservationed Dingle here to get rid of that. 8. So that puts us at 8. Yeah, 8. All right, so if we advance, that's fine. We won't, because we will still lose by 1, because there's another one of those freaking Lieutenant of Orthanc. So he's a 3, so there are 9 versus our 8, so we still lose by 1. Even when you're trying to win, you lose. This quest, man, is an absolute bitch. Ah. All right. Man, I don't see a reason not to pull him, though. So optional engagement says bring him on down. Dingle will damage himself. Gets a shadow card. He will exhaust to defend. He hits for 4. No shadow, so bounces. And these two guys will hit him for 8 and kill him. So he goes away. We're in good spot keeping it under control, but the clock is ticking, and it's ticking faster than I'd like. Okay, so here we go. Because we still have one up there. Only seen 1 location. That's the end of the turn. There's nothing else I can do. We will ready for the next round. Like, I haven't found a secret vigil. I haven't found Woodman's Clearing. Draw Saga Kings doesn't do me any good. Oh man. Okay, so 6 in the staging area. No cards I can play, so we're just going to ride it out at this point. We'll heal the Dingle again there. I think we're going to commit 8 again. So here we go, 8. Because I want the Booming Ent already able to fight. Right now sitting at plus. And I need those guys up in case the location pops. So yeah, 8. Counter card. Boom. Is a Ringwall of Isengard. Ringwall of Isengard. Puts us even. So we're good with even. So we'll let that resolve. So it resolves. Ringwall of Isengard says exhaust. I only have to exhaust 1 of these guys. So that will make the Ringwall of Isengard go away, causing me to discard a card at random. Nothing in my hand is critical, so any of those discards is fine. Well, it's perfect card to go, Song of Kings. And that gets us our 2nd damage token up there. We don't go up in threat at all. That was a perfect turn for us. We can't engage anybody. We can't do any of that. No enemies to draw. Traveling to do. We are at the end of the turn. ready. And refresh. We have Ent Draft. Perfect. Ent Draft pretty much makes sure that the Dirndingle will be in good shape, so we will play Ent Draft now on the Dirndingle, giving him a 5 hit points total. So he's good. He's ready to rock. We're still facing 6, so we're going to quest for 8. Quest for 8. Their card coming in. Assign damage equal to 1 more than the Pip will take a damage. So the Blast of Sorcery does 2 damage. We took it to questing characters. That is one you got to be careful with, because that card can end up hitting you when you're already maxed out on damage. And where are these locations, man? Damn. Nothing else I can do. That's a turn. I can't do anything. Nothing. Done. Can't travel. Can't do anything. We're ready. If it was broken, it's going to help us a good bit here. Alright, so he has got Song of Kings, so he will spend 3. 3. And Aragorn will strap on the sword that was broken. It's the old shards in Narsil. Yep. And that will add +1 willpower to every character he controls. Each character gets +1 willpower. So here we go. 1. There we go. Now everybody's got +1 willpower, which is huge. I'm real close to the point where I think we can kind of push a little harder here, and maybe actually start feeding some locations into the staging area. So, all right, so we'll commit to the quest. 3, 6, 9. 9's good, I think, because we don't need to win by a bunch. So 9. Reveal encounter card. Encounter card is a treachery. Gain surge into an Isengard orc. Discard a random card. Reveal another card. You know what? I'll just reveal another card. Surges into the Ringwall of Isengard. So that puts us even. So that's good. Even's good. We will be even. We'll let that resolve at even. And then I will get rid of it here with a random card from my hand. Nothing I can do about that. He will exhaust, making that go bye-bye. I will discard a random card. Lost Boom the Trumpeted. Fine. Our third. He engages us, and he does an archery. I will throw that damage onto the booming. That he gets a +1 attack for that. Dirndingle will defend that. He'll go ahead and damage himself because I can heal it. The shadow card is +1. +2 if I have 1 or fewer cards in my hand. I only have 1, so he does get +2, so he attacks for 4, still bounces. And the booming it will slaughter him. So bye-bye. Card. Again, it's just this slow creep, man. I need to probably hit the accelerator even a little sooner. Runes. Fine. Go ahead and play it. Clearing, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to put Women's Clearing up here. I need to lower that threat at this stage. Pip's going to become the steward. I don't know why I did it that way. Pip will become the steward of Gondor. The back. Lost it right away, so I would just get the 2 resources I had back. Okay, so here we go. Still facing 6. We're going to quest with 3, 6, 9. 12. We're going to make sure we get it this time. And we're going to drop some cards out this time. But I can ready 2 guys if I need it, and I've got my guys over here. So we're good. We'll be okay. So here we go. Encounter card. Doomed 1. Surges. Blanks the text of everything. Absolutely catastrophic. Catastrophic card to pull there. Unbelievable. And the surge card into that guy. He's nothing. Except for he makes me discard a card. So my last card in my hand goes away, which is fine. Okay, so we win, which is going to trigger all sorts of shit. All right, so we win by 5, 6, 5, 5. All right, so the first thing that triggers is the forced effect on Orthanc. So Orthanc says we draw the top 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. And before we end the quest phase, we're going to make a card go away. So we'll put the Underground Armory there. Those can go away. And then this card, because we did win, we win by 5. Before we finish this turn, because there is an action window before the end of, after you resolve the quest. I want to go back and make sure that I'm not talking out of my behind. So yeah, quest resolution. So quest resolution says that okay, so we did actually resolve the quest, so no, I don't get an action window. Actually, no, I'm still in the middle of resolving the quest, actually, because we won the quest. Now we have to actually execute the resolution, so that will go, which will trigger putting an enemy into play, and he will just go into play. He won't, yeah, we won't do that. We're going to take, we're not going to take that guy. We're going to go grab the chumpy orc here. He goes into play engage with us. That will clear that. So it goes to the victory display, lowering our threat by 3 because it did successfully go. And then we will exhaust in the last action window before the end of the quest phase. We will get rid of that. Actually, I won't do that. I'll put 2 on it so that I don't, so that I can take care of this guy. Actually, no, I can't do any of that shit because my text boxes are empty. Okay, so that clears that. I guess I'll travel there. We'll just travel to there instead. We'll make that the active location. Getting it out of the staging area. These 2 guys are coming on board, so they got some archery damage coming in. We'll throw 1 on the Dirndingle. Actually, we'll throw both of them on the Dirndingle, because I can self-pres that 2 of those away. And then They will attack. Shadow cards. Durndingle has no text. So he is just a defense 2 dude. Which is fine. So he will defend. 2, 3. So he takes a point. Ugh. And then we will defend with this guy for 3. And he takes a point. It bounces. Alright, and then booming it attacks for 2. So we'll attack for 4 here, killing this guy. He will attack for 2, doing a point of damage here. And that's all we got. Got our threat down a little bit. Start that. Alright, so here we go. We are off to the next round. Ready him up. Hall Preserver is a good pull. Ready to refresh. Generate 2 resources for Pip. 2. Back a little bit. Still facing just 7 in the staging area. We need 3 quest points to get through that. That's no problem. We will spend 3 from Pip. Put the Welling Hall Preserver into play. He comes in tired, so he's sleepy. All right, we're ready. We're ready to go now. We're in a good spot here. All right, so we commit to the quest. 3, 6, 9, 12. Again, 12 against 6. 1 card to come. Another freaking Isengard Orc. What in the living crap? Put a random card from our hand. I don't have any cards, so we're good. There, we're fine. Okay, so we win by 5. So 1, 1, 2, 3. Oops. Tokens there. 1, 2, 3. That puts 1 there. Exhaust the character we control. We'll exhaust that guy. It's discarded. Discard that. I forgot to add shadow cards for that that location. Doing my best, guys. Okay, so we successfully quested. So Orthanc is going to spew out some 3 cards here. And we get to pick from those. 1, 2, 3. I don't really want to take any more damage because I don't have a reliable way to heal it. If I do, I could Athlos it away, I suppose. So yeah, I'll take the damage. We'll discard these guys. And I'll take the damage. I'll put 1 on Treebeard and 1 on Aragorn. And then Archery will throw a damage on the Welling Hall Preserver. And Archery here will throw a damage on the Durndingle, where he will heal 2 of that damage. 2. And then we will get Shadow card here. Shadow card here. And Durndingle will defend 1 of those. I don't think any of the shadows boost it too much, so I'm not going to bother damaging him again. Yeah, he just takes a damage. So his attack of 2 bounces from the Durndingle. And into Fangorn will defend this one. No, nothing, so it bounces. Aragorn will spend 2 resources. to ready Treebeard. And Treebeard will attack for 3. 3 minus 1 defense is 2. 2 will kill him. He goes away. And the booming ant over here is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's an obscene 8. And 8 damage will absolutely destroy this guy. Goes away. Still need one more to advance here. So we will advance. Here we go. It's a pain in the butt, man, this quest. It's tough. Right now I feel pretty good. Like I won't say I feel great, but I feel pretty good. What card did I draw? Ent Moot. Let's go find some Ents. I don't know how many I have left. Look at the top 5 cards. 5. Grima, number 5 in the mix. So we will get Beam, another Durndingle, and a Wandering. I think I've got the resources to put all those bastards in play. We very well might. No reason not to, actually. Shuffle. Alright. Moot goes down here. Alright, so yeah, we're going to spend 2 resources here. And I'll put Quick Beam into play. And he takes a damage ready, so I will put a damage on him. Pip will exhaust Steward to get 2 more resources. And Pip will play 2 resources. Put a Wandering out. And Mary will pay 2 to put another Durndingle out. We're good, man. We're loaded. Now I just need to plow. We just gotta plow through. And these guys all have +1. Oh, and when the Welling Hall readied, he will heal Treebeard for 1. And the Durndingle will heal himself for 2. And these guys all have +1 willpower too, because Aragorn says, "Follow me, my friends. I have the shards on Arcel." So yeah, we're loaded for bear now. And I'm not really afraid to deal with extra cards coming off the deck, so we're just going to plow head first into this. So 3, 6, 9, 12 again. 12 will be enough to win. Actually, do I want to? We'll keep these guys up. Let's quest with the Welling Hall. So he's 4. That's 10. We'll go ahead and do Treebeard 10, 13. All right, 13. 1 card coming. Boom. Is the I don't have any cards to discard, so he's a 1. So they get 1. We win. Orthanc triggers. We draw 3 and pick 1. 1, 2, 3. Steaming Vent. Alright, so we'll activate the Steaming Vent. This again is all part of the quest resolution. Go in the garbage. And I will exhaust these 2 to make the Steaming Vent go away. The event says assign damage among characters in play where X is 1 more than the number of players, so assign 2 damage. Put 1 on him and 1 on the Durndingle over here. That will give us our 5th one there. So now we will advance to stage 3A. We've finally gotten to stage 3A. So suddenly another voice spoke, low and melodious. Its very sound an enchantment. Those who listened unwarily to the voice could seldom report the words that they heard. When revealed, each player draws 6 cards. And each player with more than 6 cards in his hand discards cards from his hand until he has only 6 attached from its staff to Saruman. So if I draw put Saruman's staff in hand. So this is where it's going to become a little bit more of a bitch. So I'm going to draw 6 cards. If I draw Poison Council, I will discard those 6 cards. I did not. The problem is my deck is low, man, and I do not want to draw cards anymore. All right, so that advances. And this is where the problem with Grima hanging out in there. So I need to win this as fast as I possibly can. So, while Orthanc is active location, Saruman is considered to be engaged with the first player. When Orthanc is explored, cancel any progress placed on this quest phase and return Orthanc to the staging area. So we do not want Orthanc to be the active location. His staff says, after we draw any number of cards, he attacks us. And he would get 2 shadow cards for that attack. And he would allow damage to be removed from him. So, first off here, he's not engaged with us, so he's not going to attack us. This guy will. I can choose to travel to Orthanc, which would make him engage with us. Defending against him is not really a big deal. I can do that. The Durndingle can do it. It's the fact that I've got too many guys exhausted. Do I get a? I did. All right, so yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go right now before I draw any cards. We're gonna go. So we're gonna travel to Orthanc. It's active. So he's going to be engaged with us. We are going to... This guy's going to engage us. There's nothing I can do about him. Actually, I'm not at 44. He can stay right there. I do not care about him. He's going to do a point of damage. That's fine. I'll let him shoot Mary at this point. Mary will take the point of damage for the archery. Saruman's going to attack us. He only gets 1 shadow card because he's not attacking with his staff this time. So he will get a shadow card because he is considered to be engaged with us. Is that inaccurate? Yes, while Orthanc is active, Saruman is continuing to engage with us. So he is engaged with us. Our Durndingle here is going to be the man, and he's going to take that in the face. So here we go. Durndingle is going to exhaust. He'll take a point of damage to increase his defense to 5. Saruman's going to attack with an attack of 6 plus a shadow card. We have to discard an ally we control. I'll discard the Wandering Ent. He wandered off again. Yeah, Wandering Ent wandered off again. It says discard again, so we do not have to destroy him, so none of the bad cards happen. And he hits for 5, so Durndingle defends for 5, or hits for 6, Durndingle defends for 5, so he will take a point of damage, which we can just self-preservation off of him. Alright, and now we will burst the dam. The dam will burst. We'll pay 2 from Pip. Pay for that. And that will ready all damaged Ent characters. Up. That would be pretty much all of them. And they are going to whip the living crap out of Saruman. Right, because now we get to fight. And here we go, because I need to win next turn or else we lose. And if by some chance Grima's on top of the deck, it is what it is. Okay, so here we go. We're going to attack Saruman now. He loses that card, goes guarded. Okay, so we're going to fight. The Booming Ent has an absolute insane amount of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's at a +7. So 9. 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 20, 24, 27, 30. 30 minus his 4 defense puts us at 26 minus his 6 hit points. He's got 20 damage on him. So he's going to have 20 additional damage on him. So now when he casts with his staff, he'll heal one of those, but we've got a long way to worry about that. All right, so that is going to be the end of the turn. So next turn, we're going to travel. Horthank's going to go. Ready for the round. Let's pray that we... Oh, good deal. We did not draw Grima. All right, so now it's our turn, so we can play some cards. Resources on Pip. Woodman's Clearing. Actually not an explored location, so I cannot do it that way. That doesn't help me much. Alright, so here we go. Spend 2. Throw a Booming Ent out. Spend 1 here. Ent drop out. I'll throw that on Treebeard. Welling Hall Preserver readied. He will heal. He's got damage on him that we want healed. We'll heal one of these. Actually, I'm good. I don't think I need to play any other cards. I think we're good. Because I don't want to run out of cards in my hand, though the biggest threat that I've got is Grima, so... Or as a Poison Council is my biggest threat. Because I got to draw 2 more cards still. Still pretty low chance of drawing it, but it's going to happen. I'd be willing to bet. Because I've got it. I've got this quest in the bag. I just can't draw that card. If I draw that card, I lose. So... Yeah. All right, so we drew a card, so he's going to attack us. So before I actually put that guy out, he actually attacked us. So no big deal. He will get 2 shadow cards. 1 and 2. And our pal, the Durndingle, will take that damage. And exhaust. And Saruman will hit us for 6 plus 1. So 7 plus... Oop, there's 2 shadows. So 7, 8. So he hits us for 8, taking 3 more. 1, 2, 3. He's still not dead. Barely, but not dead. Discard those. He will heal himself with self-preservation. 2. Somebody gonna die. There's nothing I can do about it next time. Because actually... No, he won't, because he won't attack us, because we're going to easily, successfully quest this next time. Alright, so here we go. Quest phase 3, 6, 9, 12 against 5. We got it. 12 against 5. 1 card coming. Is the Ring Wall of Isengard. No problem there. Okay. 4. So that goes back into the staging area. No progress is made. We will travel to the Ring Wall of Isengard. Making it active. So there's 6, 7 in here. No progress is put because when Orthanc gets moved back to the staging area, it says no progress gets made. So, combat phase, he comes on down. He'll shoot the booming ent over there. He will get a shadow card. This Dirndingle will defend it. He'll take the damage to boost to 5. He attacks for 3. Plus a shadow card. Nothing, so bounces. And then booming ent here will slaughter him. Or that. Alright, so we're in good shape. Biggest problem is if I draw Poison Councils, we're gonna lose. If I draw it, we lose. Nope. And fresh. So we can win this game right here in this quest phase. We will win the game. I need to win by 15. I think I got the horses to do it. I think. Yeah, I think we do. All right. Not in the staging area. So when Wellingharl readied, he will heal off 1 on... Doesn't really matter. We'll heal that Dirndingle. He'll generate 2 resources. Still don't see anything that I really need to do anything. I'd love to be able to put a card on the top of my deck. Now that would be fantastic. Yeah, and Scroll of Isildur doesn't help me. I completely misread that card because it doesn't. It puts events down, and I don't. The only event that I would really want would be the damn bursts. But yeah, so if that card doesn't do me any good, it's a complete dead card in my deck. So mistake on my part. I misread the card. No problem. We're gonna still win this thing. All right. That Dirndingle gets a 1 willpower as well. So here we go. We're gonna quest, and I'm pretty much just gonna throw it all into the ocean here. Actually, before I do that, I am going to play. Oddly enough, I am going to play the Scroll of Isildur. So it is attached to a lore hero. Reduce cost by 1 for each lore hero I have, which is 2. So I'll put that on Pip. Send that to the back. I can discard it, and I can play an event card in my discard pile, which is going to be the damn bursts. So just in case something crazy happens, I can still do that. And I will also put Woodman's Clearing up there. I don't think I'm going to discard all 3 cards in my hand. Can't see how I would. All right, so here we go. We're going to commit to the quest. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 22, 25, 27, 29, 29. Let's go. 29 against 7. I need to win by 15. I think we got it. Counter card. Incoming. Gives them 3. That's not going to be enough. We're actually going to win this, guys. Holy shit. We're going to win it. All right, so he had to lose one of his. Okay. So 1, 2. I discard a random card from my hand. Boom. He's discarded. We would lower threat by 3. 3 for the Woodman's Clearing. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. A lot closer than I would have hoped, but we got it. So we win. We got it. If the player has 0 cards in his hand, he's limited for game. If the player's defeat this stage, we win. So we have 17 on there. While Saruman has any hit points remaining, the players cannot win the game. He has none by a lot. We have defeated Saruman and won the game. That was a pain in the ass. Unfortunately, we do have... I messed that up. I forgot about that. All right, so we do have 3 or fewer cards in our hand, so we're going to earn Saruman's Voice Burden, which is absolutely terrible. Otherwise, we would have earned the boon card, the Palantir of Orthanc, which, man, in hindsight, I shouldn't have done it that way. So that's stupid on my part. Well, all right, so we earned a burden. That sucks, and we could have got the Palantir of Orthanc, but we didn't. But we did win the game. So we again, this is part of. I haven't played through any of these stages of the campaign before, so I'm learning them as I'm running through them. So we will take the Voice of Saruman as a burden. That sucks. Look at what the Palantir of Orthanc would have done for us here. Give it to Aragorn, exhaust Aragorn and Palantir of Orthanc. You discard the top card of the encounter deck. If Aragorn's willpower is greater than the discarded card's threat, you may add Palantir of Orthanc to the victory display and remove it from the campaign pool to choose a player. That player reveals 1 fewer encounter card display to minimum of 0. So we could have done it to potentially not have to draw an encounter card. So it's not that big of a loss, but it actually really hurts to have the Voice of Saruman as a burden. So that's freaking terrible. All right, guys, that's a win for us. I missed a couple of little things, but I don't think they ultimately ended up costing us the game because we ended up squashing them late in this one. So it was the biggest threat was Poison Councils, and luckily for us, Poison Council was all the way at the bottom of the deck. It was 3rd card from last. So luckily for us, we would have been okay pretty much all the way through the rest of the quest. So that's good. I made a critical error of playing that Woodman's Clearing late. I should not have done that. There's no reason for me to have done it other than I got a little froggy and always wanted to just play a card if I could play it, and that was an absolute critical error on my part. But we still ended up winning the game. We ended up getting a burden that's probably going to totally cornhole us later on, but that's okay. Our next trip, we're going to go to the Crossroads, I believe, and follow Sam and Frodo for a little while. And that is actually, I don't think that's the Crossroads. Hell, I don't know what the next quest is now that I think about it. I'll need to look it up. But yeah, the next quest we're going to go... oh, no, we go into like the marshes and stuff isn't in the next quest, so we're going to go deal with that. And go follow Sam and Frodo around for a little while. That'll be next week, next Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, Lord of the Rings. We're also streaming on Thursdays, playing Arkham Horror. We're on our 3rd mission in the Path to Carcosa with our girl, Jenny Barnes. I'm going to try to play her through all of the campaigns at some point, hopefully, and see how that deck build handles all of the random campaigns so far. It's been a mixed bag in the Path to Carcosa with her. So hopefully we'll see you guys on Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern, for some Arkham Horror action. And follow me over on YouTube at Broncos Gaming World. The VOD for this Lord of the Rings quest will be up there probably sometime later today. So if you missed any parts of it or want to go back and rewatch it, feel free. Please like, subscribe to that channel, comment on this video, tell me what I did wrong so that the next time I play it, I don't make the same mistakes. And until Thursday, guys, I will see you guys then for some Arkham Horror action. Thank you guys so much for watching, either here on stream and over on YouTube. I appreciate you guys very much. Also, check out Twitter and Facebook, Broncos Gaming World there. Also over on TikTok, Broncos Gaming World. I throw some shorts up there for some Warhammer 40K stuff that I've been doing. I appreciate you guys.